What's up, fantastic humans? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another speed build in The Sims 4. We are continuing our one pack builds with the base game and then obviously one pack. As you know, last Friday Eco Lifestyle came out, so I wanted to do a build with this, so I decided to make a community garden. It is available on the gallery and the link is in the description, and right here on screen you can see my user ID. So if you want to download it, click the link below and you will find it. This community lot is pretty cool because it's not just a garden, it also has a community space for makers, and then a pool, a little eating place, has a little place to sit down and paint and do music and read and stuff. It has a stage for outdoor concerts. It's a pretty epic place, to be honest, and if it actually existed in real life, I would be there basically every day in the summer or in the spring because I think it's just really, really cool. I wish that I could have used the bees in this build, but because it is in seasons, I didn't because I wanted to stick with the one pack builds. But it does have the insect boxes though for the like grubs and stuff that came with Eco Lifestyle. But the bees would be so cool. So if you have seasons, I would definitely download it and then put in those bee boxes because it would just be really cool and help all of your plants grow so much faster and stuff too. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm working on the eating place right now, and then in the back with the pink and the yellow is where the pool area is, and then on top of that is the community area. I did try to play test this, but right now my Sims are having some bugs with the ladders, so I'm hoping that it'll still work for you guys. There should be plenty of room for them to get by everything, and I genuinely think it's just my sim being buggy and it's just not working, because I know my game has been buggy lately too, as you saw in the last let's play and stuff. So just keep that in mind and hopefully everything will work for you. And I'm sorry that it's not 100% play tested, but my Sims can't get up ladders right now, so that's kind of not great. But anyways, moving on to the kitchen area here, and I think it's really cool with the new community lots. You can put stoves on community lots, and you haven't been able to do that before. It always gave you like an error or something, and so now you can put in stoves, and I just think that's really cool because community lots have stoves, especially when they have kitchens. So that's pretty neat. And then there's like a little food truck thing, which I'm not sure if it works like the food stalls in City Living. I haven't seen anyone man it yet, but I'm hoping that's kind of what it is, so that you can, line up and kind of get some food that way. So that would be kind of cool too. Of course, with it being eco living or eco lifestyle, I'm going to call it eco living every time, but eco lifestyle, there are plants and stuff around with all the new flowers and stuff, and the vases and stuff. I was kind of disappointed, to be honest, that there weren't more flowers in the like outdoor flowers, that come with like basically all the packs and stuff. So I ended up having just to use the base game ones because there weren't any kind of flowers. But it's okay. It still looks pretty. I think it's cool, and it works out. But it was just kind of interesting. But I guess with all the other items too, maybe they just didn't have room to do it in the pack. So that's fine too. I like the items that come with the pack, so that's cool. I did use those little wall decorations and then the little trusses with the little plants on them and stuff there too to decorate the bar area, and it's just so cool. I love the wood tones and everything, and there's a wallpaper that has the wood kind of like recycle wood, and it's so cool because it's almost like it's shiny, like the oils and stuff from the wood are in it, and it reminds me so much of those like wooden tones that you find in modern houses, and it's really, really, really cool, and I really like it, so that's cool. So the kitchen area is actually open to the outside, not only with the bar, but the whole kitchen area itself is open, and then the inside pieces are not open, which I wanted them to be, but then I forgot all about the lighting and stuff and how it's different with the inside outside thing, so I ended up changing that half wall right there that you see to a full wall and then putting in windows, so you still get that effect, but you still have the indoor space. Plus I think it was better because in real life, if it was raining or something, you probably wouldn't want water getting in or moisture or the heat and everything. It'd just be too hot. So So yeah, just building a little seating area. Those chairs are so cool. The couches that match them are awesome too. If you have trouble finding any of these items in the regular menu, it's probably because they're in the debug menu. With Eco Lifestyle, there's a lot of craftable items. So a lot of the things that you'll see here, like this bookshelf and then that table and the lamp, are all craftable items that you have to go into the debug menu to find. So you can find it by going to bb.show hidden objects in the cheat menu, and you can find all those, like these rugs and everything. The only thing is it doesn't help with cloning and all of that, so you kind of have to place with the shift key down so that you can place multiples and stuff. If you want to watch a tutorial of all this, I have one on my channel, which is 15 things you might not know about The Sims 4, and you can learn all of my building tips and tricks, and just some other things like hidden worlds and aspirations and all that jazz. So it's up in the corner for you to check out now if you want to look at that. But yeah, so here's the little community area with the piano and the guitar and all of that, and I just think it turned out really cool. And then here is the pool area, which I'm gonna use the turtles to kind of make a little mural on the bottom, which I've never actually done before, but I just think it turned out cool. And then of course, if you're into eco living, then you know that everyone is about the turtles, so what better way to kind of make it that eco lifestyle than to put in turtles on the bottom. I just thought it went really well, so that was cool. And I love those new lights that come with it too. They almost look like globes to me because they have little painted things on the glass that almost look like the continents on the globe, so that's kind of cool. And then I'm just trying to use some colors like blues and greens and stuff in the build here. And then they have the new lounger chairs for the outside too, so that's cool. I love these little wall things, the leaves and stuff. They're just really cool, and I just wanted to kind of put them together and make my own kind of mural for the wall. And then, of course, that little green wall with the little slats are there, and then this wood little artwork piece. I think it's cool if you put them all together and kind of change them around. And those little rugs, they almost remind me of kind of foam or like plastic rugs, so that they work really great for inside or outside, and I think it's really great. So I am putting up a pride flag. So happy Pride to all of my friends in the LGBTQ community and to all of the people who are fighting for Black Lives Matter. Just know that I do support you, and you are always welcome on my channel. And if you ever need to reach out for anything, just let me know. I am here for you. So yeah, I'm building this little kind of eating area with a fountain and all of that stuff, so that's pretty cool. And I wanted to make it bigger, but then the fountain just needed to be smaller, so I ended up just going with the square. So right now I'm building the little bathroom area, and there's individual stalls, so they actually end up being connected, but with the individual stalls it's totally fine. And for some reason when I was playtesting this too, my sim wanted to go through sinks and stuff to try to get to the bathroom, which there's no reason that they should have to do that because there was a perfectly good square for them to walk between everything, and that wall comes down, which I'm doing right now, and then there's totally enough area. So I think honestly it was just my Sims bugging out. So again, I really hope that it's all good for you guys, and I hope that it works. But for some reason the sinks, they wanted to walk through them and then they couldn't get around them, and it was just like there's tons and tons of room, so there's no reason that they shouldn't be able to do that. But anyways, that's the fun of The Sims. So hopefully they'll fix all the bugs and get that settled, and everything will be good in the future. But yeah, just putting in little bins and little art pieces everywhere, which I love those little, they almost look like fish scales to me, I think. I ended up putting them on the other wall, but they turned out pretty cool. And then I put some plants and a couple of couches in there. I mean, obviously you're not going to hang out in a bathroom, but like some people, you know, if you're waiting for somebody or something, you might sit there. I don't know. It's just a community place for people to hang out. And then here's like a little seating area too. And if I wasn't using the eco living, I may have put in like a little fire pit or something there, just because it's pretty cool. And then I love that glass awning. Again, the awnings in this game or in this pack are just really cool. And then putting in some flowers. So It's obviously really green, really eco-friendly and stuff. And I wanted to build kind of like a sidewalk to walk around and stuff, but I ended up building it a little bit different later. And then this is the little garden area. Again, trying to use that fence, but then it was just kind of too tall for what I really wanted, so I stuck with the original fence that I had put in. And building kind of, the walk paths, pathways around it and stuff. And then it all changes, and I put in more flowers, and I think it actually turns out better with the flowers being around it than it does a fence and stuff. And so yeah, that's what I end up doing. And then the bugs are over here as well. So I think there's like 6 little bug areas that they can, put different grubs and crickets and all of that jazz into those little boxes. So that's kind of cool. I'm wanting to see how well they react, the bugs and the bees, and kind of do that in maybe the Let's Play or something. Which, if you haven't seen the Let's Play, it started as the 8x4 challenge, and if you haven't heard, it is no longer the 8x4 challenge because the 8x4 challenge is dead. But you can find that link in the corner here for you too. And then it turned into just a regular Let's Play for Discovery University with Eliza and Presley. And those are 2 characters or Sims in my game, and they'll be doing the freelance botanist and the civil designer careers in The Sims 4. So that's kind of cool, which I'm really, really excited about. I think not next week, but the week after, we should be able to get into eco living or eco lifestyle every time. I'm serious. Like eco lifestyle, and start really doing those careers that came with the new pack. So I look forward to that. And if you haven't already, subscribe below and turn on those notifications so that you can get notified when I post new videos. I usually do builds on Tuesdays and Let's Plays on Fridays, but I think next week I'm going to do 2 Let's Plays just so that we can get into the eco living stuff. But we'll see kind of how the week unfolds and stuff too. So yeah, here's the little greenhouse, and I wanted to put that kind of honeycomb stuff on top, but it just kind of looked weird, so I just ended up going with the regular glass roof, and then of course putting in the dirt and stuff for you, so that you can have plants all year round, which is really cool. And I just think it's such a cool feature that you can build greenhouses, and they came up with that door, which is just perfect for the greenhouse look. And then these are the new planters that came with the pack, so I ended up putting those in. And then of course we have the vertical planters too, which are super, super cool. And I wanted to do some artistic kind of design and stuff for these, and so that's why I ended up with all the colors and stuff like that. So it just turned out pretty cool. And there's just tons of them everywhere. And I think they can fit 4 per planter, so that's kind of cool. And then just putting in the walkways and stuff, which I'm actually using concrete. And then I found later that it causes the place to be less eco-friendly. So then I change out the concrete later to this one, which is more eco-friendly and only affects it 1 instead of 2. So that's what I did. And I like the blue too. I think it's kind of neat. It's almost like water that's kind of running through the garden. So that's kind of cool too. Just adding in some trees. And then here is the maker space, which changes up a little bit because I found some new awnings that came with the pack that I didn't know existed. But right now it's just kind of a shelter on columns. And then as you can see, those are the fabricators and candles. And that is the little thing. But I did end up putting on the original build structure the new solar panel roof that came with it too. So here's me. I just changed the pride flag so it's more inclusive for everyone, and just changing out the colors and sidewalks and all of that stuff, and then putting in more flowers, making it more pretty, more garden-like, I guess, and all of that. It does have a community board as well, which I'll put in a little bit later, along with like the recycling bin and the dew collectors and all of that stuff. And here's that little stage that I was talking about, and just putting in, a little area that I would think summer concerts would be. If you were sitting in the eating area, you could just listen to Sims play and stuff. And I actually ended up using the guitar that comes with like that free pack or whatever, but then when I uploaded it to the gallery, for some reason it didn't register with me that was not part of the eco or base game. So then I ended up removing it, so it is only Eagle Lifestyle and base game for you. So again, those bikes are located in the debug menu. I had someone ask a question about that. So if you want to find some of these items, you can find them in the debug menu by going to bb.show hidden objects in your G menu, which all you have to do for that is just press Command or Control, depending on what computer you're on. So Control Shift C or Command Shift C to get that to show up. So I'm just adding in a little touches to the food area, and then here are those little awnings that I was talking about, a little birdhouse and activity tables for kids that came with it. Here's the community board, and then another little awning that came with it as well. And then I'm going to add in some lights for the outside, and then put in a actual bin too, because I hadn't put in a trash can anywhere other than just the ones in the bathroom and stuff. So if you need to use a garbage can or whatever instead of recycling, it's on the lot for you as well. And then after I finish that, we're going to jump into the screenshots. But right now I just wanted to get some lighting around so that you can actually use it at night as well. And then I put in lot traits too, so there's a couple new lot traits that come with it. So this is the community garden. There it is at night, which is, I just think it's so cool. And there's a new garden plots with the little holders for those. There's the maker space with the community board. And for some reason, I don't know if it actually downloaded with the big thing full of dye or whatever, but when I was trying to take screenshots, obviously it's a community space, so everyone was coming in. But yeah, this is just kind of the space that we have. There's the eating space there with the little bar and kitchen area. And then here's the actual inside the kitchen area with the juice fizzer, and then the bar itself that you can see there. Here's the pool area with the loungers and the tables and all the artwork and stuff on the walls. So yeah, it's just a really cool build. And here's the community space with all the cool patterns and all the pastels and the light wood and the pink and the yellow. It just all blended really nicely. So that's cool. And here's that view that I was talking about from the second floor. You can look into the kitchen area, which is pretty cool. And there's a little desk there for you too, a little art and chess area with the new planter that actually has plants in it. And then here are the bathrooms, which I think are cool, and I love those sinks. I just love how they look with the concrete and the glass and everything, and the toilets are the same way. But yeah, so that is the build. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up below, and while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every Tuesday and Friday, so hit that notification bell and you'll also get notified when I do. Until then, go out there, be the fantastic humans that you are. Be kind to each other, especially now and always, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.